everybody, and welcome to Sports Time. I'm Jack Cognetta. It's great to have you with us here in 2010. And while we were all busy watching the big ball drop on New Year's Eve, there was one team dropping some balls of their own on the basketball court. I'm talking about the Cliffside Park Red Raiders. They were in action in their home opener against Riverdale. It's our game of the week here on Sports Time. So here we go. Sharif Ali and the Raiders looking to go 2-0 to start the season, but things will be tough throughout this one. We pick things up in the first quarter, the Raiders running with the ball. Josh Alvarez is going to take it. The pull-up J is good. 2 of his team-high 16. The Raiders with an 8-6 lead after 1 quarter of play. Second quarter, the Golden Hawks came to fight in this one. Their big man is Kyle King. He's going to dish it to Derek Rodriguez right here, and Rodriguez will nail the short J. So Riverdale keeping it close. It's a 2-point game as we go to recess. Riverdale, they're a tough team in the BCSL American. Third quarter, the game tied at 18. Here comes CP. Alvarez from the wing for 3. Cash, and it's 21-18 Red Raiders at that point. A few plays later, it's the Josh Alvarez show again. This time from the other wing, Alvarez with the rainbow, and CP has its biggest lead of the game. It's 9 points. Later in the third, more from the white, red, and black. Coco Caragelian will take it to the hole. The floater is good. 2 of his 9 points. Red Raiders a 14-point lead as we go into the fourth quarter. But here come the Golden Hawks right back. That's Tom May. The pull-up jumper, he misses, but watch the good hustle. Gets his own rebound and puts it back, and the foul. He finished with 12. All of a sudden, a 14-point lead is down to 7. Later in the quarter, more from the black and gold. It's the big man, Kyle King. Hoop and the foul. King with 14 points in the game, and Coach Cameron can't believe it. It's now a 5-point game. Now, less than a minute to go in the game. Cliffside needs a score. Josh Alvarez has the score. Another 2 right there as Cliffside Park holds on in this one. Final score, 42-38. And Coach Brian Cameron for Cliffside Park tells us how the Red Raiders eked by this one.
And as soon as the score was 18-16 at the half, I said, we're in a dogfight. And you know what? We eked out a dogfight. We eked out a dogfight. And you win with those. So we'll take that win and put it in our pocket.
The Red Raiders looking to put the Christmas tournament in their pocket as well, taking on Pascack Valley in the first round. First quarter, Josh Alvarez with 2 of his 6 points, but that would be the last time the Red Raiders would score in the entire first quarter. Later in the first, here comes the green and white. That's Adam McAlrath with the layup, and we're tied up at 4. Later in the quarter, Tom Jansen, 3 of his 15 points. Pascack Valley up 10-4 at that point. Same quarter, more from PV. The steal there by Eric Buxbaum, and he puts it home for the layup. It's a 10-point lead for Pascack Valley after 1 quarter of play. Second quarter, the rally continues. It's McAlrath again with the hoop and the foul. He finished with 15. Coach Brian Cameron trying to pump the Red Raiders up as we go into halftime. And you know what? In the third quarter, it may have worked. Here come the Red Raiders. Josh Alvarez on the rebound. He puts home the J, and the lead is now cut to 9. And the Red Raiders would go on a run in the fourth quarter. Sharif Ali from the corner, from downtown, bang, he had 11. CP cuts the lead to just 4. But things would fall apart for the Red Raiders. That's Buxbaum with a difficult shot to give PV a 6-point lead. Next possession on the inbounds pass, Matt Mealy with the basket to make it an 8-point lead for Pascack Valley. And then finally, the nail in the coffin, Jansen to Buxbaum for the jumper as Cliffside Park coach Brian Cameron pacing up and down in anger as CP loses. Final score, 57-43. So Cliffside Park losing, so they go into the third place game against Joe Del Buono and the Ramapo Green Raiders. Here we go. First quarter, Cliffside Park comes out firing. Coco Caragelian led the team in threes last year. Here's why. Here's 1 of 3 from downtown for Caragelian. CP up by 2 after 1 quarter of play. Second quarter, Ramapo hanging tough. Number 5 with the floater, it's good, and Ramapo keeping it close. It's just a 3-point game. But Cliffside Park came to fight. Matty Suarez, just a sophomore, the hoop and the foul. He had 7 points, and the Raiders take a 7-point lead into halftime. Third quarter, Cliffside Park picks up where they left off. Caragellian on the pass from Jeff Vasquez from the wing. It's good again. It's a 12-point Red Raider lead. Later in the third, more from the red, white, and black. Sharif Ali, the pull-up jumper right here. He had 10 points. The Raiders rolling. They're up by 14. And they would continue to roll in the fourth quarter. Here's one more for good measure. It's Josh Alvarez who takes it strong to the hoop. He finished with 9 points. Cliffside Park wins the third-place game in the Christmas tournament by a final score of 60-48. And for Cliffside Park, they start the season winning 3 of their first 4 games. Here's Ryan Laughlin, the senior captain, talking about their win over Ramapo.
Ramapo, they execute well, they shoot the ball very well, and we just toughed them out and picked up a victory. We're definitely competing for a league title this year. I think
Well, if Cliffside Park is going to win a league title, they're certainly off to a good start. Take a look at this, folks. CP 3-1 to start the season. They've already scored 219 points in their first 4 games, and their defense has been excellent. They've given up just 40 points per game in league play so far. But as good as the Cliffside Park Red Raiders are, one team that might stand in their way, the Englewood Maroon Raiders. But you wouldn't know by looking at the Maroon Raiders' record last season. They won just 5 games, but Coach Akridge and the Maroon and White are a much better team this season. Their opening game of the season was against Westwood. Let's check out the highlights, and there's Coach Akridge, just 1 win away from becoming the all-time winningest basketball coach in school history. And in the first quarter, senior Zach Anderson says, "Coach, I'll help you out. How about that 3?" 31 points in the game for Anderson, the Maroon Raiders with the early lead. Later in the first, it's Daquan Simmons who joins in on the party. The hoop right there, he had 10 points. Englewood up by 8 at this point. As we go to the second quarter, more from the Maroon and White. The behind the back from Anderson, that is just fancy. Englewood with a 12-point lead as we go into halftime. But in the third quarter, here comes Westwood. That's Ricky Moore with the ball. He's the shortest guy on the floor, but watch him grab his own rebound and put it back for 2. And folks, Westwood has taken the lead in this game, but Englewood would answer. Off the block shot, the Maroon Raiders running ahead. The outlet to Anderson, the hoop and the foul. And just like that, Englewood retakes the lead. They're up by 7. Fourth quarter, time winding down. The Maroon Raiders with the exclamation point. Off the miss, the outlet pass to Anderson, and Anderson brings home the hammer, the tomahawk dunk. Englewood wins this one easily, 74-63, the final score. And with the win, Coach Gerald Akridge becomes the all-time winningest basketball coach in Englewood school history, 271 wins. He's coached 13 seasons at Englewood. 12 of them have been winning seasons. Congratulations to Coach Gerald Akridge and the Englewood Maroon Raiders. And Coach Gerald Akridge, not the only one to congratulate in the world of Englewood. How about Zach Anderson? This guy is putting on a scoring clinic so far this season. 31 points against Westwood, 26 against Dumont, 23 against a very tough Bergen Catholic team, and then he pours on 38 points against North Bergen. So Anderson doing a good job. The Englewood Maroon Raiders, on the other hand, they're just 2-3 to start the season. Coming up on Sports Time, Fort Lee and Cliffside Park, we'll tell you why these 2 girls' basketball teams were hoisting trophies in the air during this holiday season. That's coming up next, right here on Sports Time.